What's up, guys? Sans7 here, and Ninja and Friends. That's right, not Ninja and Friends. This is MrNinja's account, and it is one beastly account. Yeah, this is Dungeon 8, and it's going down quick. Now, this is going to be a two-part video series because the gameplay there was so much of it I wanted to show. Couldn't get it all into one video, but I got a few things to just tease you with, like that raid. What? And an arena run. Top spot. Yeah, open lane. Gonna happen. Oh, come on. Here we go. You're gonna have to wait. First, I want to talk about Ninja and Friends. It's a new guild. Mr. Ninja just made it. If you're interested, I highly suggest it. First off, Mr. Ninja himself, I like to call him the most interesting man in the world. You know, MMA fighter, traveled all over the world, but here are the requirements to join. Might 15 to 25,000. Gotta have line chat. Tier 3 boss. And only 350 shards a week, and then just 350 when you first join. Now, contact information, it's actually up there, but I'll just go ahead and highlight it and bring it out, make it easier for you to see. Contact either of them. And, well, next, here's a member, Azza, and here's your shout out, bro. I did miss it in the last couple videos, but I do appreciate the gold. Alright, let's look at these heroes. These are godly heroes. And, yeah, that's a maxed out pumpkin dude with 5 of 5 revive. I mean, what? And Cupid, it's just the talents, the ability levels. I've never seen an account like this, or you know, gotten a chance to play with anything like it, and it was incredible. Now, that's the altar. That's what a high might altar looks like. But let's get to the arena, because this is the part that I've been waiting to do. I have not been this high in the arena, not since last year, basically. But, oh man, 5 of 5 revive AC in the middle, and nope, no worries there, because we just insta-stun with that 5 of 5 revive, and then that War God Spirit Mage, just getting rid of him. But wait, baby, get rid of the baby. Thank you. Okay, baby's gone. Alright, moving on. Yes, Ronin goes down, and Eddie, wow, he's been top of the arena ever since the beginning of this game, which he was one of those Papa Smurf type of accounts, and it paid off. Now, I've got that AC in the middle, and this time, oh yeah, Spirit Mage. I don't know what to think about that, because there's no way the Minotaur's gonna get through that shrine, so that's gonna be a loss. And, well, take a look at that again and try to figure out what I want to do. Now, I believe if I can stun that AC, I should be fine. Just like on the last challenge against Ronin, so we'll see. Alright, now I'm getting challenged by Ronins, and flip the defense, so if he pops me after not winning, and he beat me. That's too bad, but always good to reset your defense when you're having a back and forth against a guy. Now, I went middle last time, so let's go low, and yep, we get an open lane. Now, the attacker has the advantage big time. When you get really high in the arena, it's all about being on the attacking side, because you can position your guys on the front of the little blue pad. From there, it's game over. And one-shotting, yes! Wow, I mean, that War God on Spirit Mage is so sick. Alright, Eddie Lau, coming back for you. What you got? Alright, I'm going to reposition on here. Like I said, you get the advantage as an attacker. Now, see what we can do. Now, I gotta stun that AC. Gotta get him stunned right now. And yeah, alright. Went through him. Everything looks good. That's right, baby. What you got? Spirit Mage proccing. And what happened? Okay, we're watching that one again, because the floating purple hooker just double proc. That's right, multiple procking hookers. Woo! Alright. So, one more chance, and we're going to go high this time, and we'll see what happens there. And, oh, change the defense. He's paying attention, that's for sure. You don't stay in the top 10 of the arena for the entire lifetime of the game without mixing your defense up, but it looks like it's going to work out just fine, because right when Spirit Mage procs, it's game over. All of them dead. You know, I used to be one-shotting heroes way back in the day before they changed some things. Used to be nice. Now, got a little time before the next turn, so I'm going to throw some magic on, because so I want a Phinalhour's videos, which I've got a clip of, and I'll link it in the sanitation that you're going to see in just a second, but it was a challenge to run the dungeons as fast as you could. So I was like, well, I got this godly account. Let's go through and D8 and run them all and make sure they're all under 15 seconds. And this just happens to be one of them right here, and I got a few random ones that I picked out of the bunch. And we're going to move through, but we're going to let Final tell us about this challenge.
I do a series on more of a competition between YouTube members, you know, like San7 and Hirsch and Tim, just to name a few, Alan, see which one of us can get the fastest time in this dungeon here. This is the dungeon in Dungeon 8 for 39 shards, and this right here is in between 11 and 12 seconds for the run. Yeah, I'd like to open up the challenge, and let's see who can get the fastest run.
Alright, challenge accepted. Moving on. Okay, 39. Definitely going to drop, you know, same spot. Pumpkin Duke, you want all the aggro on him. And then I'm adding a little bit of fervor to it. I want that extra attack bonus because when Minotaur procs right now, game over. And we're going to watch that again because, yes, you did see that. That was 10 seconds. So, your move, Final. Alright. Okay, now, like I said, I got a number of these dungeons going through, and really what this is going to show you is that it's time for new dungeons, IDG. When an account is able to do this, like Mr. Ninja said, he's not done with it. He's still going to progress the hell out of it. He's working on his Reaper right now, getting that Reaper way up there. I believe he's got Enlighten on him, and you notice a number of his heroes have Enlighten because he's using that to get the level up high enough so then they're able to compete in the arena, and then he'll roll the talent that he needs for the Reaper, whether it be Revite or Sprint. I'm not sure which one he's going to use, but with Cupid being at 9 of 9, you can kind of see that Revite isn't so necessary, because what Cupid does is it just brings all that energy right away, and that hero's going to proc. Now, there's also the fact that if you have a 4 of 5 Revite Cupid and a 5 of 5 Revite Spirit Mage, the hooker double procs like you saw Eddie Lau do, and that is just flat out sick. But there's another nice dungeon run for you, and this account, it makes the game really easy. And like I said, later on, gonna have that boss solo making the run for number 1, and then you notice that I'm using magic in all these dungeons. I went through every dungeon in Dungeon 8 to make sure to do it in under 15 seconds, so I did spend quite a bit of gold. Now, you'd think that it'd take, 2 turns, 3 turns, 4 turns to get these. No. It was basically 1 turn on every one of them except for 2 or 3, and each of those, second turn. Now, going after the 39 shard for Final, I wanted to set as good a time as I could, and that meant when Minotaur procs, it's over when he has his second proc, because you'll notice in these raids, or in these dungeons, Minotaur, he's going to proc initially, but it's the second proc after the frenzy's going. He's got the Celebrate bonus, he's got Druid's Energetic, he's got Cupid's Love, just making him go kaboom, or the buildings go kaboom. Alright, so you see there's the first proc, and it's the second proc that's going to happen in about 3, 2, 1. No, actually, we're not even going to get there. There it was, but that was kind of small because most of the buildings were already destroyed. However, you will get to see it in the 40 shard, and especially in the raids. Now, the raids, it was really cool because there were just so many different tactics you could take raiding. You don't need magic. That's one of the things. None of these dungeons need magic whatsoever. Raiding, don't need magic. And it's just walking through it. What I would like to see are new dungeons where the towers have garrisons, and we're facing Pumpkin Dukes, we're facing Cupids, Minotaurs. That would be cool. And here's one of the raids I'm talking about, and just watch when Minotaur procs. It's flat out epic. It's almost reminding me of that hacker that came in there with a Thunder God that would kill everything, but this is totally legit, and boom, gone. Yeah. Alright, so still got a few seconds before we can get back in the arena and get that challenge going on. So grab some magic. Got one more dungeon to go, which it's the last dungeon in Dungeon 8, and it is by far the hardest dungeon. It also does not pay shards. Well, it pays 10, but not compared to the rest of them that are paying anywhere from 30 to 40. So You can see how long it is. There are just endless troops, endless towers. Gonna go ahead and open low on Druid and see if we can't just run down this lane and we can get it to finish at 245 or sooner. This is a tough one though, but come on now. With this account, no worries. Alright, that's the end of part 1, and part 2 tomorrow, well, you're gonna get that boss, you're gonna get the rating, and in the arena, I'm gonna be making that run for number 1. It's gonna happen. Just have to wait and see. Sand 7 out.